Good morning, everyone. All right, I'm just getting everything set up real quick, setting up all the. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I was just getting all the information, all the stuff set up, so then that way I can know what we were doing. I'm getting all the lives adjusted. So I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook, all the places. And for YouTube, a reading just went up. And if y'all notice the message, the thing is changed. The intro, y'all can tell me if y'all like it or not. I added some other stuff to it. Anyway, so what we were talking about this morning is what I was being given to tell y'all was about monitoring spirits. A lot of people are dealing with monitoring spirits. And if you don't know what a monitoring spirit is, it is people or, things or spirits that come around, the energies of people who come around to see what you're doing, but are not really sent to help you. They're here to be nosy, report back to, whoever it is that they are reporting back to. Some people just come around, or some entities, some spirits just come around to watch, like they just there. The ones that I'm being led to talk to y'all about and tell y'all about pertain to some energies that are watching, didn't come to help, definitely came to hinder and put a pause. But as y'all know, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Last night I was talking to somebody, and we were each monitoring spirit, each person, because I keep talking to y'all about council, like council members, and it also gave me the thought process that each person that comes along to be a part of your council or a part of your assignment, because that's the assignment. The people are the assignment. You are somebody's assignment, and somebody else is your assignment. The people that come along, if you notice that everybody won't be given the same information, and what also happens in the process is when you're being led or guide, or a person is a guide along your pathway, it's there to help you as far as the ones that I've been sent recently. One has been sent to help me stay on task, or they do researching and things of that nature, and when they're meant to give it to me, or when it's time, then I get it. The other one came, she is a listening ear, and also like a because she can channel also. So everybody stepping into their gifts, stepping into their talents. Some people not being afraid to talk about their gifts, talk about their talents. Also not being able to, because everything ain't for everybody either. That's the other part about it. Everything is not for everybody. Good morning, everybody. Everything's not for everybody. Because again, some people are just there to watch. Some people are there, they have no energy. Maybe they just observing, your situation, or trying to see what happens. Some people are an absolute. Good morning, Carol. Hi, Illinois. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for that. Some people will interject when it's time. Good morning, Aaron. I love you. Some people will interject when it's time, because it's like they're observing, because they're trying to see if they're actually really a part of your tribe, a part of your if they're a part of you know, your process or that situation. So some people are observing for that reason. But then there is, I've noticed, the thing about the ones that are coming to hinder you or trying to stop you, because there was a thing saying they're glutton for punishment. They're a glutton for punishment because they were told to back away from you. They were told to let you go. Good morning, Miss Ruby. They were told that you have an assignment to complete, and them hindering your assignment, or them trying to continue to keep throwing roadblocks up in your assignment, could be causing you frustration, could be causing you some type of angst or something. But either way, us continuing to, you know, some of us, because again, some of us know that we can't not just do the assignment. We know we still have to continue to push through no matter what happens. But there's a lot of people who are getting frustrated with the way things are going, because you get told to sit still, and then you're wondering like, okay, what am I sitting still for? I don't even know the assignment. I don't know the assignment. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know where this is leading me to. I don't know, you know, all I know is that I just am going through a traumatizing situation. Somebody keeps trying to do things, and you know, you feel the energy of the person or the people who are trying to stand in your way, the people who are trying to hold you back. And so one of the things that I was talking to the lady about last night, the one that I'm talking about, I don't want to keep mentioning her name, because again, I'll be setting people up the minute that I start talking about them. Then all of a sudden they're under attack, and we didn't already talked about her enough, and I don't need her, you know, under attack. So I'll be trying to protect people. So that's why I'm saying it like that. And it's up to her. If she says, you know, yes, I don't mind, then I will. But one of the things that I was talking to her about was single, celibate, sober. That was what I was told. Single, celibate, and sober. You don't engage with anybody. You don't do this, you don't do that. Why? Because you could be that's inviting someone, something, an entity, of being into you in order for you not to, you know, for you to fail, for you not to complete the assignment. And so and then I told her, I said, and the weird part about it, because I keep telling y'all everything is a test. Everything is a test. Good morning, Keitsa. And so, being as though we know that everything is a test, after I got done with you know, a certain part of the assignment, and but what I said was, I was in good morning, I was in covenant with God. So because I was in covenant with God, I promised God that I wouldn't do any of that until my divorce was over, until my date was over. And then whatever I did after that, it was between me and my business and God. And it didn't matter what nobody else said, and it didn't matter what nobody else saw, because if I was stayed to myself the whole entire time, because my divorce was important to me, my marriage was important to me, and so the divorce wasn't over. And so until the divorce was over, then that meant I was still technically married under this law, under God's law, and under what, you know, they claim to be in the Bible. The minute that person walked away from me, good morning, Mishwa. The minute that person walked away from me, they cast me aside. They put me away. So that meant that I was actually free. But because I live on the 3D in this realm, then I still had to wait until after the situation that the divorce was over. The judge hit the gavel, y'all divorced, and then I was free to do what I want. Good morning, family. Is family everything real? Family is everything real. Good morning. Hey, Antoinette. Antoinette, if you wanted to go live with me at any point in time on any of my platforms, feel free to chime in wherever, whatever I let you on. So, you know, you can definitely do that. So because I was here, that was my covenant with God. But then, and so that was it. And my divorce is not final yet. So I'm still under single, celibate, sober. If I choose to do what I want to do the day of, that's my business. It don't matter what you say, what your mom say, what your kids say. It don't matter. All I'm worried about is that I finished my assignment. I completed that thing because that was what I did. And I kept getting a lot of people coming in saying, you're just hindering your life waiting on, you know, because you're doing that for him. I wasn't doing nothing for him, because I don't care about that situation. That situation, it had nothing to do with them. It had something to do with me and God, what I went in covenant with God with, right? And so then as things cleared up and I got, into a different place, because everybody know, I tell y'all real quick, I like Friday wine. I like red wine, but I wasn't allowed to have red wine because single, celibate, sober. I didn't even have non-alcoholic wine because of the fact that single, celibate, and sober. That means don't even attempt to try it, because you don't even want to lead yourself down that pathway. A person tried to give me non-alcoholic wine and they made the person sick, like literally. And when I say God, when I say they, I be talking about, God and whoever is connected to whatever my situation is, because I keep telling y'all, I feel like I'm in spiritual witness protection. Okay. So they made the person sick. And then after that, the person was like almost kind of afraid of me, because apparently maybe they thought I did it, when meanwhile you was the one that offered me the bottle. And they asked me, like, are you going to drink it? No, I can't drink anything. I can't have anything. But they made this person sick because that person was kind of like, I don't know what they were trying to do, but something was a little bit off on it. Either way, they got going real quick. And the person's, I don't know what they doing. Again, God sees things. He sits high, looks low, so he sees conversations and he knows people's intentions and everything else. But that was not what I was getting at. So then there was a time, probably about a month ago, or about maybe a month and a half ago, when I got a message. Okay, you have just now went through this cycle, so it's okay for you to have wine, right? I was told that. But because me, myself, I went into the covenant with God. I don't care whatever the spirit was that was trying to, tell me that or whatever. And I know it wasn't demonic or anything, because it was basically like, you completed this. But lo and behold, after the fact, I ended up finding out that was even a test too. Will you stay in covenant with God based off of what you said? Your words were spoken out of your mouth, and that's what you said. You said you would stay in covenant with God until that day. This Pisces, lived your situation. 3 years, still going strong. Love my freedom, closer to God more now than ever. Carol, yes, good morning. And so I chose not to, because that would be, like I said, that was a commitment that I made. I made that commitment with God. And even though it was me being released, God, hit the like, y'all hit the like button for me, please. Over there, it's 19 people in here, 8 likes. So and that's on my YouTube channel, just so y'all know. So I chose not to, because I said I would wait until that day. So then about 2 weeks ago, and I told y'all on my tarot channel, all of a sudden I got another message, basically said, okay, well, you passed that test, but you can't have wine or anything. And once you're done, either after your divorce is final, you still can't drink. And I'm like, and that's what I told her last night. I'm like, look now, because I like Friday wine, y'all playing in my face right now. But the message was, because of the things that I'm about to do with you, do for you, you would be discredited. Somebody would try to discredit you if you were drinking, because all of a sudden they would say, oh, that person is, they drink and they do this and they do that, all of these things. And although it's not about what people say, it's about, you're still here in 3D and you still under, the stuff that happens here. And there's nothing wrong with wine. Wine is in the Bible. But it also talks about, and that's why I keep saying to y'all, in the Bible, it says kings, people who have high level, whatever it is, they're not supposed to drink, because it could alter your perception, or that's when people try to attack you, or that's when things try to come in. And when you are held of a higher 22 11, that's what's on the thing. 22 people are here and 11 likes. And although it's not even, y'all on my tarot channel know, like, synchronicities and things of that nature, but that's what is on the screen. So that was the thing. You being monitored, and a lot of, like, when you go through the dark night of the soul, and a lot of the people on my tarot channel, y'all actually understand when you get that feeling somebody's always watching you, somebody's invasion of your privacy, spiritually, mentally, physically, because it's almost like it's not giving you any rest, it's not giving you any peace, because you automatically know on a higher level of consciousness you're being monitored. But why? And so even like with the things that have been happening recently, because again, like I told y'all, God told me to ask for something, and then it showed up. It's one of those things where, a lot of people are upset, and they're upset with God because And this is people that I know, I talk to, so I can say this, without a shadow of a doubt. They have been mad with God because God is not showing up for them in a way that they want God to. Who said God had to show up in that way? And so somebody might say, okay, well, you're fine because God is doing it. I'm in the middle of a tower. So at this point, and I keep saying that to y'all, I'm not hiding that from y'all. Everything that I have built has in the past since 2012 is now being disrupted and basically torn away and torn down because I trusted somebody, or I loved somebody, or I invited somebody into my space, or whatever the reason is. But that was still, I have to be accountable for that, because when I look at it, it was a choice that I could have made at that time. And I could have not looked back at that person at all, period. But because my loyalty, but that was a lesson. So I'm thankful for the lesson. But also, if I hadn't made that choice and, marrying that person or being involved with that person, quite frankly, the me who I am right now wouldn't even exist. Maybe they could have done it in a different form or different fashion. But literally the way that I'm open and the way that I'm connected right now, I wouldn't take that back or give that back for anything in the world. Because spiritually, I'm plugged in. Spiritually, I'm connected. And I'm thankful for that. So did it hurt? Yes, it was the most traumatic experience I ever went through in my life. And that was the first time I had people looking at me like, and people, they probably thought I was a little, but during that time, I was a whole lot of, I got people that are definitely afraid of me, and I've never done anything to them. But spiritually, they know not to invade my space. They know they can't touch me. I did nothing to them. Nothing. But whatever they were trying to do to me, God let them see that, not mine. Not mine. Good morning, Cypher. So y'all don't realize there's people who are definitely afraid of your light, your inspiration, your guidance, your whatever it is that God gifted you with, or whatever it is that you have. You have people that are definitely afraid of you, that won't come near you, or that tried to come near you. But the way they were trying to come near you, they wasn't trying to come near you in a good way. They were trying to be conniving. They were trying to be cunning. They thought that they could take something from you. They thought that they could steal your light. I have had people, and I know people, if you're listening to this, because I got some other streams open as well. My tarot channel, I know y'all understand. Good morning, I am amazing, and I am beautiful, and I am wonderful. Good morning. So if y'all don't understand how, like, spiritually crossing somebody's boundaries, there are people who really think that they can steal your destiny. Whether or not y'all believe it or not, there are people who believe they could do that. There are people who know that they can play around in your energy, and they can energy harvest, and they can manifest stuff off of whatever it is they gaslight you with, or whatever it is that they whatever energy they project to you, and you start to feed off of, and it creates some type of negative. That monster, that demon that they released is real, and it's active. And if you don't believe it, go look at some of these tarot channels. Because the other part that I have been made aware of recently is there will be people that will be sent to me, and they'll say, good morning. Good morning, ancient saint. Y'all still comment outside of the chat too. So that y'all not in the chat, just so you know, you commenting on the actual page, but I can see you because it's popping up on the other streams. There will be people that are sent to you. The assignment. They are the assignment, or you are their assignment, but technically they don't realize you also be their assignment, because they could take the test, or they could say, no, I'm not going to do that. But to me, I keep explaining to people, and I call it a glitch. So, when I glitched in the system, they were telling me, and this was whoever was, because when I'm saying they, I mean God or whatever, but literally there's a time when you're dealing with other spirits that are not godly. And this is when you have to know God's voice. And this is when you're being tested even in that form and fashion. Do you know the difference between God talking to you, and do you know the difference between them demons and them the demonic forces talking to you? Because when I'm saying they this time, they were sending it to me stuff that I'm saying I'm not doing that. But if that was in my character, guess what I would have done? The very thing they were telling me, because your mind has to be strong in order to go through that. And a lot of people don't realize that they're even going through the dark night of the soul because they don't even know what that is. All you know is that you woke up one day and you were different. You woke up one day and you felt attacked. You woke up one day and you realized your life is not the same. And now you don't know what to say, who to trust, where to go to, and the people that you go to, the people who are, and I want to say, to me, it was like, religious people who like, because again, I was raised Christian and I went to church with my family and I was taught certain things. So to me, I feel like, and then again, I had my Uncle Mark, I have my Uncle Curtis. These are people who, if I call my Uncle Curtis right now, he will get on his phone and pray for me. He won't ask no questions. He'll get on his phone and pray for me. When I used to call my Uncle Mark, he would get on his phone and pray for me. My Uncle Curtis is a little different from my Uncle Mark, though, because my Uncle Curtis is more like, although he's like, he's been into stuff, but he always tries to drag you back to, this the word, this the thing. My Uncle Mark would listen. He would give you the word, but he also was a different energy and a different entity, because he would, thank you, Carol. He would give me, I don't know. It was more, and neither one of them judged me. So I don't want to say that my Uncle Curtis judged me, because neither one of them judged me at all, period. But one was a little more free. And so when something's different, something's off, the first thing you resort back to to God, because that thing, when it says train up a child, I resorted back to God. Although at the end of the day, that was all I had. And so it wasn't you resort back to, because even if you know me, good morning, Michael. He's in another thing and somewhere else. If you know me, then even when I'm doing stuff that y'all would say is not of, God, or not, because people would say whatever they want to say, a judgment call. That's more or less what it is. It's a judgment call. I'll be talking to God right when I'm doing the very thing, because to me, I feel like I'm always going to be protected. So if it's not that I'm sitting here covered and I'm doing TikToks and I got wine, I'm going to still be talking to God. But the thing is, when I say resort back to God in a way where it's like, it's heavy, because I keep trying to tell y'all, when I got attacked, I wasn't sitting here doing tarot. When I got attacked, I was in a big truck and doing my job. I got put back here with my tarot cards, me and God. I had nothing else, because, and then that's the other thing. Sometimes it's like, when you have people around, you will go to the people instead of you going to God. So that's another thing. So when you resort back, that also being a thing. When you realize that's all you got, you and God. Good morning, Prestige girl. So when you realize that that's all you got, that's all you have, that's all you need. That's all you need. It don't matter what you're doing, how you doing it. Because like I just told y'all, I was supposed to sit still until, good morning, WM. I love you, Prestige girl, WM. So y'all don't realize, like, I believe God is in everything. When you doing this, when you doing that, God is in everything. Because again, and I know y'all might be tired of hearing this, but I have to keep saying it because it's a real thing. When there's people out in the trenches, and I mean out in the streets, and they doing God knows what, or with God knows who, or what, we don't know their assignment. We don't know their assignment. We don't know whether or not God placed them in that assignment in order to bring them back. And so I love you more. And so when people make a judgment call, why are you making that judgment call? It wasn't for you to make a judgment call. I know you mightier than thou, but you're not God. You don't get to now tell me that because if I decide I want to smoke weed, if I decide I want to smoke crack, guess what? Not your business. Yes, I thank you for caring about me, because I'm sure people would care about me and say, girl, you shouldn't smoke crack because, crack makes crackheads. You're going to be still in VCRs and that might be a funny thing, but there's somebody that was designed to be a crackhead that literally came out of doing crack and is now leading lives back to God. You don't got to go to church because God is hugging my butt. Yes. So that's the thing. And to me, your temple, God is within you. So anywhere you go, anywhere I go, God is going to be there. Because what I think that, I don't know what y'all think, but not one time when you out in the streets and you, again, I keep using because sex, being a thing, you don't think God saw you doing that? God don't see you face down, ass up. You don't think God saw none of that? And then for a person to act like, oh, that's a sin, that's this, that's and that. It may be sinful behavior, but it was fun. I liked it. God knew I liked it while I was doing it. Who are you? Who are you to tell me? God saw me. And on top of that, for the sin that y'all are saying, or that the people be saying, do I not know, and do you not know that God could kill you right where you are? God could kill me right where I am right now, right in front of all y'all. I could be dead. So if God can create the universe, you don't think that if I'm doing something wrong that God is not in approving of, I could be not here right now? But yet it's always a judgment call on, oh, they're doing this, or oh, they're doing that. Again, you don't know my assignment. You don't know my assignment. Oh, you teaching tarot. And if y'all haven't seen it, I don't teach tarot. It's in Amazon. Shameless plug. I don't teach tarot, but I'm here. I'll be teaching tarot. And so apparently there was a thing where because I was explaining and the things the way it goes, if God can use me or somebody else to bring people to God, because I don't know where y'all be at before that. When you be in a dark place, a lot of people, and this is how we got here, say that God failed them. God didn't fail you. You could potentially be failing yourself though, for not receiving it. And the other part that I was getting ready to say is people will see the blessing. They will see the blessings and everything that is going on around them, and they become envious. They become covetous. Because why is God doing that for them, but they're not doing it for me? Well, because my lesson is not your lesson. And also, excuse me, something that you're doing is throwing the alignment off. Because anything God does for me, he could do for you. Anything God does for you, he could do for me. But something that God does for you might not be in alignment with what he has for me. What I have could be potentially 10 times better than, and your level of success and your level of blessings or whatever it is might not be the same. We're not the same people. Everybody's different. So what you would consider to be a huge blessing might not be what other people, because the Leanne, I'm gonna use her for example, since y'all already know about this. Her giving me the RV. Leanne keeps saying, but it's not much. She's such a sweet person. And she keeps saying, but it's not much, and it's this, and it's that. And I'm saying, I don't have one. God told me to ask, I don't have one. And from what she's seeing and from what I'm seeing, it's everything to me. It's like when you get a new car. Somebody else, because they're about to level up and they might be, leaving from their Range Rover, about to get into a Bentley or a Lamborghini or whatever it is. Meanwhile, I had a Honda Accord that was like the best thing running, and it ran for a long time. And then I upgraded into an Acura, but same concept, same scenario. But my Acura, you couldn't tell me I was not it. Like, hello, it was my Acura. And after I got my Acura, I didn't know what type of car I wanted. My dream car was a Range Rover. So I ended up being able to, good morning, Zaya. I ended up getting my my Range Rover. That was my dream car. I ended up getting it. So everything that I ever wanted and I've ever manifested in life, just so y'all know, I have already received it. My house, my car, my man. Although I should have manifested the version that you stayed in. I manifested the person. I forgot to add the part that, you live happily ever after. I forgot that part. Okay. So don't judge me. But the point of it is I have achieved every one of those levels. Good morning, Carol. Visual each of us standing on a clock. Yes, visualize each one of us standing on a clock. Everyone is in a different position. Everyone is in a different alignment. Everybody is in a different location, because on the wheel of fortune, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes you're to the left where you don't feel like you're, experiencing anything. And that might be the thing where a lot of y'all are saying, I'm not doing anything. I don't have anything to do right now. I'm bored. I'm stuck. I'm stagnant. Well, guess what? This is your time to learn, because if you are sitting and you are stagnant, and be mindful that this is your learning phase and this is your learning time, because what's about to happen is you're about to be propelled into doing a whole lot. I literally said this to somebody one time because everything was fine. Like, I was just sitting still. It didn't seem like I was going up. It didn't seem like I was going down. I had a really good life. It was very monotone. And I kept saying to someone, well, I feel like I'm bored, but I didn't realize that was the time that God was giving me to, be with my kids, because I had my youngest two sons. That was the time for me to enjoy being with them. That was a time for me to be, go do walking. That was the time for me to kind of get my mind right, because the person said, "Good morning, Yum Nam, I love you." I think sometimes a drug or a sin can be sent to us by our angels to lessen the pain, to kickstart us forward, and still on us to not overdo it. But I think spirit understands how hard life can be. Yes. And I want to actually say something about that, because I was saying that last night. But I kept telling the person, I said, I don't have anything to do. The person said, "Oh, you're about to have a whole lot to do." And literally, probably like 2-3 months after that, that's when I started my trucking company. And then it just went up. Like, literally, and I don't mean like it went up, like every month, every year, it went up as far as like my level of success and my level, but my workload literally went crazy. And so as I'm like continuing to strive and continue to go up, continue to do the thing, and now I'm saying, well, now I don't have the peace that I had. So that's one of the things, having some balance and some time, keeping things in balance and keeping all the balls together, and still being able to have the peace, and also still being able to do the thing with, making sure you're making your money, making sure you're able to take care of your family. But then there became a time when it was too much work, and now I'm neglecting the very thing that I did the work for. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes we ask for something, and then we're not mindful that the time when we were sitting still was the time for us to now try to actually build the structure. That was the time for us to get in alignment. That was the time for us to kind of create the foundation and, know what we were going to do when this happened. So if you're in that time, that's what you should be doing. I'm not going to tell you what you need to be doing, but that is kind of what I wish I had done when I was doing this. Now, when you're in a fit mode, because Yum Nam just touched on something. I think sometimes a drug or a sin can be sent to us by our angels to lessen the pain or to kickstart us forward. So there was a time in my life, I come from a family, like, regardless of whether or not they in church or anything else, some of them be drinking and some of them was drugging and some of them was, and that's not my story to tell. But either way, I have both sides of my family has an addiction spirit. My mom don't drink, at all, period, no more. But at one point in time, I saw nothing but, so I have that gene on both sides of my family. That's why I don't like when people say Pisces are addictive and Pisces are this, that, and the third. No, we don't have that, because literally, anytime I ever wanted to stop doing something, I just did. I don't want to drink no more. I just didn't drink no more. I used to wake up and and drink the same drink that I was drinking from the night before and continue on into my day. Like, and then one of my cousins said, "I'm worried about you." I said, "For what? I'm worried about you." Like, I was more worried about them than they talking about me, because I can handle my stuff. It was confusing to me. Meanwhile, but the issue was, and so when you're in a frantic pace or frantic mode, sometimes we start to, and again, I ain't nobody's therapist. I could just tell you only what happened to me. You can start to try to self-medicate. And at the time, I wasn't even thinking it was self-medication. I was thinking I was having a good ass time. God knew I was having a good time too. So when people are saying I'm worried, but other people on the outside looking in, they can kind of see. Yum Nam says same. Yeah, they can kind of see something that is, or they think they see something that they don't know, because a person don't even know what you're dealing with, and they'll try to say, okay, well, this person is, they're going through this phase and they're going through that phase. First of all, mind your business, because you don't know what phase I'm in. You don't even know what I'm going through. You don't know my life. You don't know anything. Because a lot of people look at me and they seem to think that things just come easy to me. A lot of people don't look at my life and see all the stuff that I do behind the scenes in order to be the person or get the things, or obtain the things that I do. A lot of people don't know that even in the midst of me being such a party person at the time, I go in the closet and I pray, because I was taught to go in the closet and pray. So even when things were being like I was just out in the streets partying, I know I was always still supposed to go to God. I'll bust out in a prayer at any given time. So that's the thing. When people say I gotta, and I say return to God, but literally it wasn't a return to God, because I was always sitting there. Even in the midst of me drinking and what everybody was saying, and my kid's father, the last two, you can tell him, you can ask him. I used to just sit in the room and I would listen to the church channel and I would just journal. I literally started journaling the whole beginning of the Bible, trying to figure out who was related to who. Meanwhile, everybody else talking about you drinking and you this. So what? You drinking and what else are you doing? Are you talking to God about anything? No. But also they always stigmatize substance use, but never see a problem with their self-suppression or addiction to avoid. Yes. Oh, and see, thank you for bringing me back, because literally, a lot of us, who are gifted and talented, because we get looked at as, you're a little mental, then you don't realize we start to try to suppress the things that we see or the things that we're hearing. Meanwhile, I'm not drinking, I'm not drugging, and I can tell you what I saw, I can tell you what I heard, and I can tell you probably some weird stuff. I can also show you evidence of some weird stuff, and you would probably say, oh, something's wrong. Well, what's wrong with me? Because I ain't drinking or drugging. I ain't sexing, I'm not nothing. So now what's wrong with me? And that's where God was saying, there are some things that I'm about to get you to do that if you're drinking or you're on drugs, they're going to try to discredit you. You can't discredit a person that's not drinking and not on drugs. Now what you got? I'm not connected to anybody. I was also told that in the process, you're gonna learn a lot. Be mindful of, like, if I'm out and about, keep your skin covered. Don't allow anybody to just touch you. That's why when I told y'all a couple days ago, I went to the nail shop and that lady touched me, but even she realized there was a block, because I looked at her like, first of all, who told you to come over here? Because you're not even a person. Because you do have to realize, I went to the nail shop. That was me giving access to my nail technician for them to touch me. And so I had to actually understand and know that block your energy. Because literally, and I'm going to tell y'all why. In the process of me learning, when I went through the cycles of, this whole past year and whatnot, I realized I went to the nail shop and I gave permission. Once you sat in that seat, that's you giving permission for that person to touch you. I literally came home and instantly I wanted Vietnamese food. Why? Because I let that lady touch me, not realizing at the time that I was giving her access, but I also absorbed her energy. But also they always think, like I was dealing with my problem at least, but I needed the way to check out too. Yes, hello. And that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm getting at. Like, certain things are meant for certain people, because also, again, Yum Nam, if a person has never been an alcoholic or considered an alcoholic, how am I going to tell another alcoholic how to get out of alcoholism? Like 30, Can I ask a question? Yes, you can ask a question. Hey, Sheena. Oh no, Sheenam, but yes, you can ask the question. So how would I teach that if I never done it? I can't. You're not gonna believe me. I can give you all the, oh, you should go to the gym, or oh, you should meditate, or you should pray, or you should this, or you should that. No, you're not gonna quit until you tired, or you're not gonna quit until this happens, or you're not gonna quit until you just feel like quitting. Because I just felt like quitting. Glad you taught me that. I never thought about it, but you're so right. Yes. So now when I went to the nail shop, and this time I sat in the seat and I gave the technician permission, I was very much aware of the fact that, okay, block your energy. But now I got a person out of nowhere just walking up to me talking about do you want something extra added service? No, I didn't ask you that. And mind you, now you take and put your hand on my knee, but instantly the way it felt, she knew that I blocked my energy from her, because she instantly pulled my skirt, the part that she touched my leg, she pulled it down. Yes, back up. Yes, not giving out hugs so freely anymore. No, and see, that's the thing. I'm a hugger, but guess what? The protection, making sure that you're covered, blocks you from that, because literally they need to touch your skin in order for them to, and then but when you start mastering that anyway, it's like if you're a celebrity, right? Because I have this thing and it keeps being a consistent thing that I know. And I was talking to her last night. People keep wanting to touch me. And I kept saying, why do they want to touch me? And this is a future thing, just so y'all know. Like, why do they want to touch me? They keep wanting to touch me. But what I was being trained to do was, because celebrities, if you notice, they're always out. So say like, and I love the baby for this. So, this is one of the people I watch. The baby, he likes to, be out in the crowd and crowd surf. But if you notice, the baby's energy is freaking off the charts. Because I don't know whether or not he realized it. He has to realize that he has mastered, like, absorbing it, kicking it out, because he's very creative. But even those people don't realize, like, he's stealing too. I mean, I appreciate him for it, but he's found a very creative way to kick it back out into the universe and maximize on it, because this man is outstanding. And even when he was going through cancel culture and all that stuff, I kept saying, how you going to cancel somebody that's ordained by God? You can't cancel something that's ordained by God. And as you see, the man's unstoppable. Like, they kept trying to cancel him. How you gonna cancel him? The man's outstanding. His energy is off the charts. My energy is off the charts. Like, and anybody that knows me, just getting in. Hey, cheerleader, I left you a message. Okay. Good morning anyway, Jeanette. Good morning. So that's the thing. Like, being mindful of your energy, being mindful of who's trying to absorb your energy, who's trying to take your energy. And that's just like, how there's stuff that keeps coming on. Was it yesterday? Oh yeah, yesterday, when I was dealing with the fact that, okay, I don't teach tarot, hit. I didn't even realize it. I'm steady wondering, and I was talking to Leanne at the time, and balloons kept flying up. And I'm saying, where are the balloons coming from? I thought somebody on Facebook actually sent me the balloons, because for some reason I was doing this, and I don't know if that's working now, but I was doing this, and then all of a sudden balloons started going up in the air. I thought somebody on Facebook did it until I was talking to her, and it did it again. And so I'm like, well, that nothing is a coincidence. So something is happening. That's a celebration. Meanwhile, I go to, and what are we celebrating? So I go to check my email and look in there, and along with me seeing I Don't Teach Tarot is alive and well and active in Amazon. Also, there's court documents and some other stuff where, people be lying and, whatever else. But meanwhile, I wasn't going to let that distract me from my celebration or the time, because I looked at the documents and I looked at the other documents, and what was more important to me was live in this moment. Don't let whatever that person lying about throw you off, because that them coming or that me seeing them at the same time, one was designed to try to bring my energy down, but literally the other one was designed to propel me. So I left the other one to the side. Like, I saw it, but I made note, yeah, they lied on this, and they covering up this, And then I went and minded my own business and celebrated my that was a win. So also celebrating the small wins. That was another thing. People don't get so bothered because I don't drink, smoke, or use any substances. You said people get so bothered people get so bothered because I don't drink, smoke, or use any. Yeah, and that's another thing. People will consistently try to give you stuff. Good morning, Amber Breeze. Good morning, Alex, too. People will, and that's the thing. People will try to get you always to do the wrong thing. You already know that from being from when you're young. The people who claim to be your friends, they'll take you to the club. They'll take you to parties. They'll go help you get the drugs or do whatever it is. But when it comes to, oh, I need a ride to work, all of a sudden they're unavailable. Oh, I need to go do something that's to better myself. I need to go fill out these college applications and this and the third. All of a sudden you notice they're not available. But when we're young, we don't get the fact that that's a sign right there. Life is like a game of chutes and ladders. Focus on your own path. The goal may stay the same. The path plan may change. Yes, because what is the plan today might change tomorrow. But that's when I said, can you hear God? This is where the test comes in. Can you hear God? Or are you going to follow what them demons are saying to you, because they're sending you, projecting to you for you not to be here. Kill, steal, destroy. They send you stuff. Because if y'all notice, and I'm going to just keep saying this, why everybody, all the tarot readers ain't got no clothes on? Explain it to me. Are you flipping cards? Are you flipping? Explain it to me. And I'm not judging nobody, but I noticed there was a time when, and I don't mind, because again, you can wear what you want, but I noticed that there was something that was sent, and all of a sudden everybody got naked. Everybody all of a sudden got naked, and I decided to put some clothes on. Because I'm not going to go that way, because literally I could tell that there was whatever was being active, because we were all getting the same messages, this, that, and the third. And again, I could wear a spaghetti string top if I feel like it. Talk to God about it. God, you don't think God saw me? So again, I'm not judging, but I saw the activity like it was almost as if something or someone was projecting to all of us at the same time. And in my mind, I felt like, okay, I got to battle whatever this is, because that's not my energy. That's somebody sending that. No, Carol, that's somebody, that was a demon sending that. All of a sudden, the cool thing is, let me just get butt naked online. What's cool about that? But then you want a man that's going to come and say, okay, well, he already seen all your goods. Yes, he might get you, he might you might invite him, to the goods. But if everybody else seen it too, do he want that? That's just like these dudes. I be seeing them, and then the gray sweatpants. I like the gray sweatpants. God know he saw it. But some of the ones that you just out here just for some reason, it looks so lame to me. Like when I just see a dude, like you just show up and you just hear, go sit down somewhere, like dog. Like nobody want to see that. Just go somewhere. You trying to get me sent the you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to look. But why did you just show up, baby oil down? Like you took the time to get on here. You done baby oiled yourself. Who baby oiled your back, sweetie? That's what I want to know. That's what I be thinking about some of them, because who baby oiled your back, sweetie? What's wrong with Keita, for real? Like, but it annoys me when I see certain ones. Like, why you in the grocery store with no shirt on? Like, who told you that you was allowed in the grocery store like that? And that also leads me to say this. If all you got is that, I feel sorry for you. If all you got is that, I feel sorry for you. Because what if you go out here and you get in an accident and then you're no longer that? All of a sudden you depressed and you stressed out and you just all of these things that are not going to make you happy, because all you came to the party with was with the gray sweatpants or with the top off, like, or with whatever it is that you did. That's all you came with. And again, I'm not judging, because I want to wear what I want to wear. And when I was younger, I had some Daisy Dukes on, and whatever it is, because I want to feel comfortable in whatever it is that I'm doing. But when I got online and I'm saying, hold on, we got tarot readers, like, y'all, I can see your whole everything. What are we selling? Let me go mind my business. Because the minute it starts to make me think that, you see what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you got me wondering stuff, and I'm trying to figure out, well, I didn't show up here for that. Good morning, Jay. So again, not judging, but then I noticed when I got on TikTok, I was on TikTok, and then I kept noticing, how come the 50 plus or 45 plus or 40 plus, everybody's naked. Everybody's naked. And I kept saying, I don't want to be, and I'm gonna keep saying it, I don't want to be an old bee that got to get online and show my cakes and everything else. Look, I'm over here showing my cakes and everything else right now, and they ain't even intending to. You see what I'm saying? What am I selling? But that's the thing, right? That's why I'm bound to stay a little chubby forever. Is douchebag rebellion. I am cracking up. Good morning, Roosevelt. But guess what? That's the other thing. When I was a certain age, like 20, 21, like, going up to 30, it was fine. But I like my grown woman body. So, I don't want to have the, big stomach or this, that, and the third or whatever. None of that part. I could lose some, or some inner thighs or something. But I like my grown woman body. If a person don't like it, then go talk to your mom about it. Because why are you telling me? I like it. And it's me. If you don't like it, then you go find somebody that you like. Don't come over here trying to get me to change for whatever it is that you have done or whatever. But anyway, it was monitoring spirits, monitoring spirits, Jay. So just people observing you, watching you, because they're trying to figure out what it is that you're doing, how it is that's happening. Where are you going next? But the thing is, I was talking about projecting their energy or their thoughts, because that's what I feel like. Some of the things are not the people, it is the energy, the spirit, the entity, the being that's projecting. And we have to be strong enough. So all of that is leading back to, we have to be strong enough to know, is that God that's talking, or is that entity that's trying to get me to get naked online? And one of the things, like my brother, and this is something funny, because literally this is also when you want something, what are you willing to do for it? He keeps saying, at what cost? So when you want something, you want to be successful. And the level of success, Jay, your level of success is not my level of success. What you want for your future and what you want for your life is not the same thing I want for my life and my future. It says, first of all, there was something that I posted in my garage, because we were dealing with some rappers at one point in time. So we were dealing with some rappers, and so I did some stuff in my garage for them, for the music and everything else. And one thing I wrote on the board in the garage, because that's where everybody was at, that's where everybody would be, that's where all the music was being made at. I put on there, a man that don't work don't eat, because that's what the Bible said. And if you don't work, you don't eat. Yes. And then they're the ones who end up gaining a lot of weight or losing hair because they judging others. That's exactly the case. They go bald, and that's why didn't I tell y'all I ain't fooling no bald headed no more. And listen, I'm not judging, but I noticed that my problems and the things of that nature, every one of them was bald headed. Now I'm not dating. If you show up and you bald headed, get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing it. I just had a lot of experience with that. But a man that don't work don't eat. So you got to be able to do the thing, or want to get the thing done that to help us, right? Okay, so my brother, he said, at what cost? You want this, but at what cost? Are you willing to, if God came, or not God, matter of fact, because we're not going to put God in this, but at what cost are you willing to obtain the thing that you want? So if an entity or something showed up and said, I can give you this today, like you can have this today. Empress Tay, good morning, girl. Then no more bald headedness. Would you take the offer? Or would you wait for divine timing? Because a lot of people are upset and they're saying God left me, or God don't love me, or God is, has forsaken me. God will never leave you nor forsake you. It says that. And if you trust God, then he can't lie. It don't lie. The energy, it can't lie. It's truth and light. It's understanding. See what I'm saying, Alex? Bald headed. Listen, my brother was on to something. He was definitely on to something. Because I didn't think about it. He kept saying the one common denominator, because at first I started to think it was me. Then I'm like, it can't be me, because literally, like, I know I'm an amazing person. I would want to be in a relationship with me, okay? Now, so they almost had me. They almost had me thinking it was me, but then I realized because they bald-headed. My brother had to, and it was funny, but after I realized, hold on, that's the truth. So, again, yes, Jeanette. You wait on divine timing, because when God gives it, it can't be taken. It can't be taken away. The only way it's taken away is if you give it away. You have to give it away. So at the end of the day, at what cost? But also the other thing was this. When you want something bad enough and you know it's divine timing and you know what's meant for you will always be for you, if you got to go outside and get butt naked for that thing to show how bad you want it, I'm going to go outside and get butt naked for that thing. It's exposure. Like, it's basically like taking you down to your rawest form, your true authentic self. And that's how I feel like right now. Searching for my gift, searching for my purpose. At what cost? What am I willing to do for it? I'm willing to sit here. I'm willing to do the thing that I got to do. I'm willing to sit in front of I don't even know how many people in here, 35 people, 33 likes, somebody, one person over here, one person over here. But also me knowing and having dreams and knowing that my platform is excelling. I'm going to be a bigger person. I'm going to be a bigger energy, but it's not me, it's God. And whatever it is that I'm being led to talk to, or whatever it is, talk about, or whatever it is that I'm being led to do, I'm just going to do it. And literally I'm having visions of, I have to walk across the stage, but for some reason everything goes black. I don't know if it's because I passed out, or if it's because I'm not in that body anymore, and just God kicks in, and then I'm talking about whatever it is we're talking about. Good morning, Benita. And so at this point, I'm being led somewhere, and I'm trusting God, even though I can't see the destination. But also being mindful that there's people who want to just get, good morning, Queen B. There's people who just want to get in your energy. There's people who want to just get in your life. There's people that's just watching you, monitoring you, because they know where you're going or what you're doing, or they can see the glory of God on you. They can see that God is taking you places. They can see that God is putting you in whatever position. They can see that you're leveling up. They can see that everything about you is, your footsteps are being ordered. And when people see stuff like that, steal, kill, destroy. You have some people that will be divinely guided and led to you, your soul path. Good morning, Hernandez. Good morning, sending love from San Diego, California. Hey, thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. So y'all, that's the thing. Making sure that we are mindful and we are aware of the people who are, because you can feel a monitoring spirit, okay? That's somebody who, and you could also discern the difference between who's here to help, who's here to hate, who's here to hinder, and who is just here watching. And making sure, get that Tony Robbins money. Hello. I don't know who Tony Robbins is, but hey, all I know is it's bigger than money, because at the end of the day, and the kingdom of God needs money. I don't know why anybody's saying that, oh, you're not supposed to have money, this, that, and the third. In order for you to build, in order for you to grow, in order for you to even get to the places, you need money. So, but at what cost? You see what I'm saying? And all money ain't good money. So there's going to be some people that come along that are going to say, oh, I see your platform. I see where you're about to go. I see what's happening. I'm going to put you in this position. No, you're not. No, you're not. My position is already assigned to me. So you have to be mindful. When people see that you are ascending, they want to get close. So as people watching at the little, I'm still cracking up because I see Empress Tay talking about my my kid's father's bald headed girl. That I'm telling you. So we have to be mindful at what cost do we need this thing, because there's monitoring spirits. So everything coming full circle. There's people who are watching you because, good morning, Patricia. There's people who are watching you because they see where you're going. There's people who, like, literally on my Facebook. I already said there's some people on my Facebook. I'm about to delete them. I know them, but I'm deleting them. Wanna know why? Because you're not interacting with me at all, period. You know me. Yes, I know you. But at the end of the day, you are observing. I get it. But you know who be the fastest people, that the minute you rise to the top and the minute you setting in a place that now all of a sudden somebody want to clout chase, it be the people that, oh, I know them. And then they start making up stuff and telling stories and this, that, and the third. And you be like, who sent you, Sweat? Who sent you? Why you here? Because they clout chasing. Control your money. Don't let them. Hello. Control your money. Don't let it control you. That's exactly right. I'm really feeling like a butterfly in the making. I've been in the house for 2 weeks. I went into the caterpillar. I've changed so much in the past year after my heart was broken. Yes, you can tell when you're not genuine. Yes. And Alex, be mindful when you're saying your heart broken. Because again, people, can't nobody break my heart. Only I can break my heart. You want to know why? The first thing, hey, Angela, good morning. The first thing about somebody having a broken heart is that, how could a person that didn't build your heart break it? So you broke your heart, not them. Because it's just like the thing that I wanted, the thing that God told me to let go. I manifested that person, that life, that situation. I wanted that person. And the minute God said, walk away, I'm over here like, God, you sure about that? Like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you be wanting stuff, right? But I said, I know some stuff, because it wasn't really like that. They said, let it go. Okay, what you would need me to do? Because I was on assignment, because literally I'm tired of me having to keep trying to do the thing that I know. And that was the last thing that I had to do. So now I'm not even going to do it no more. I said, God, I'm going to let you do it. And I'm not out here pushing God on nobody. That's the thing. You need to find God for yourself. You need to dig in. You need to find it for yourself. The only thing I'm trying to teach y'all is what happened with me and the thing that I'm being told to say. Okay. Other than that, because again, the way people teach God, or the way people are like, you can't teach that. You can't teach that. It's either in you, on you, around you, or it's just, I don't know. I don't know. But there is a person that went inside my, they were on my YouTube, and they literally told me, this person said, I'm an atheist and I don't believe in God. But they said, the way you just worded, whatever it was that I said, it was on a reel. And they said, I hope this video helps people, because they were saying something about the that, you know, people believing in something changes things. Now, how is it that an atheist came on my channel with more love and light and respect than a person who literally says Jesus is the way and you're going to hell? And this, who told you that? Why would you come over here and say that? And that's the thing. So the messages come in the way the messages are, you know, I guess, I don't know, received by them or whatever. And again, I'm not pushing nothing on nobody. All I'm saying is we all going through a issue. There's problems that occur in life. We all experience some of the same similar things. If I can help you get through a situation, I'm cracking up. Empress Tay. Yes, I broke my heart, but I feel like this person was brought into my life because there was a lesson I need to learn. Yes. And every lesson is the blessing, and the blessing is the lesson. What were you taught in that situation? Because I feel like every time something happens is a chance to build you. And giving a person the power to say they broke your heart, or they were allowed to break your heart, it's nothing about me you could break. Now, what I choose to allow myself to do to myself, that's another thing, because I have accepted some situations and people that I knew that were less than me. That was because of something that was broken in me and something that I need to fix. I was very much aware of that, though. That's the thing. Like at one point in time in my life, I just felt like I'm just gonna be with an ugly dude because and beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But it was a person that I just felt like, okay, I had a thing about teeth. So if you don't have all your teeth, and I'm not dating nobody that don't have teeth. If you like, it was the first time I ever dated somebody that just had none of the things that I liked. And meanwhile, I'm thinking, okay, they treated me like amazing though. That's the thing. The person treated me amazing. And then after I built this person up, you first of all, you ain't got no teeth. And something's wrong with your teeth. We end up, because I can help with those types of things. Person wearing tighty whities, like I ain't never in my life dated a person wearing tighty whities. That was a thing. Man, y'all, I ain't trying to get nobody business, but uncircumcised. I've never in my life seen an uncircumcised person until this say, like it came with a whole lot of knots. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm over here like again in building mode. So apparently I felt trashy about, but on the other flip side of that, I became the best version of myself with that person and in that situation. And that's the thing. Where I am even to this day was on account of me taking that experience and me taking that situation on. And so the thing was, why I was even suggesting that or saying that was because all of a sudden, after I got with the person and everything started changing, everything started leveling up, this, that, and the third, and we just doing the most together. Now all of a sudden, apparently they thought they was fine. Excuse you. And again, not a judgment call. It was just the thing. Like I just said, yum nom. I'm not lying to you though. That's the thing. Because I had a type. And I typed so much to the point where people would say, "Oh, she's not going to date you if you're not this," or "Oh, not that." Again, I didn't know this about this person because come to find out, this person, even though they were the opposite, they did above and beyond everybody else. Like as far as anybody claiming like they have money or this, that, and the third, this person looked like they was homeless, but this person had more money than the dude anybody that I've dated together. But I didn't know that at the time because literally it was me basically saying, and the person used that thing. I don't know where she, I think it was Pat or whatever. The person used that thing. How the person even got into my energy, they came to me and they said, God told me to help you. You see how the devil worked? Tay said, thought he was finer than. I'm cracking up. Anybody who messed me over, forgive them, but I won't forget. And you should not. And you should not. Yes, I met the atheist, and he's fine and so deep. He says he's spiritual, but I don't see how you can be spiritual without God. I mean, I don't know. I'm not judging, but I would like to know as well. My sister is like that. Once they're brainwashed deep in Jesus sauce, it's impossible to have. Hello, yes, and that's the thing, because somebody told me that I have to be this, and I said, no, you have to be that, because you sit under that doctrine, not me. I don't have to be anything. I can just talk to God. I talk to him all the time, and I love Jesus. Don't get it messed up. I can talk to Jesus as well if I feel like it, but at the end of the day, why, like, stop playing in my face. My sister's like that once. Oh my God, I said the same thing. It ended up turning into a bald-headed more bald-headedness. I'm cracking up. So the point behind that was I couldn't trust myself, and that's what I was saying. Okay, well, clearly I can't trust me, so let me date a person who is none of the things. Y'all, I still got. Oh, it must be from the door. Now I see where the rainbows are coming from because now they're on my step. So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so the way I got myself into this, let me get myself out of it. So let me date a person who is not none of the things that I normally would go for, and then I'm over here and I'm like, take the wheel. Because listen, this person, although again, it changed me for the better, it gave me patience because this person was trying my patience, and I'm not gonna lie to you. But again, it built me. It gave me the very thing that I needed at that time. But also be very mindful of who you attach yourself to and who you align yourself with, because we have to remember. Have y'all all not noticed that when you end up with a person, you start to look like that person? And depending upon who is the stronger energy, I'm sorry. So Be mindful who you attach yourself to. Is all I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna elaborate as to the situation, but it's the thing. Be mindful what you attach yourself to. If you attach yourself to beautiful people, you become a very beautiful person. If you attach yourself to ugliness, you become, but this person, again, not that the person was, because this person could pray like, listen, they could pray. But I also promise you this, you get on that person's bad side. Mind you, I never thought that about this person. I was just thinking, and they were an Aquarius, just so y'all know. We keep talking about the Aquarius people. It builds their confidence when you give ugly men a chance. They don't know how to act. Then start showing. Oh, Alex showed out. This person showed all the way out. Yeah, they will talk to them. Hello. They will talk to them like that. So tired of people trying to tell me and look at him like each other's boy. Keisha said, hey, the shade. I am correcting up, but Keisha, I'm not. Listen, everything I'm telling you is the truth right here, right now. This person, they just started just being the most, because literally it was almost like to me, like, okay, well, I bagged her, so now, and it's the thing. Women, y'all got to be careful, because I'm sure y'all know about this too. Nobody will look at that man until all of a sudden you with him. Because everybody knew they was, less than, what I'm going to say, not so easy on the eyes. Everybody knew they was not so easy on the eyes. But then all of a sudden now, they look real good because how he get you or how she get him. Or, you know what I'm saying? Because the same thing happens for men, that women will look at the man and they'll see that he's with a woman and they'll try to say, okay, well, I can get them because he with her. It's the same. It happens. Like, anybody in this chat, tell me that that's not the case. That y'all literally can look at a person, and it's been times when a man can be with a woman, and it'll be another woman looking at them like, oh, I know I can get him because he with her. That was my girl's dad. They thought they got something. Yes, he was. Letitia, good morning. Yes. That's a thing. And people always want something that belongs to somebody else. That's a thing. And it's also, like I told y'all, when y'all single, celibate, and sober, be careful, because guess what? They really don't want you. They just want to touch that thing because ain't nobody else touched it. Like, they want to be the first to soil it. It's like when a dude come out of that's fresh out of prison. Who really want a dude fresh out of prison? Nobody, but everybody. You see what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody touched it, or they think not. I ain't trying to be shady, but listen, they think not. Hello, all the time it was you. You was the one that was making them. That's exactly right. That be the mistress he cheated on. My 35-year marriage, now divorced. Yes, because they look at the person, and then man or woman, whoever you are in this chat, the person looks at the person for you having them, and y'all not realizing, okay, I'm the prize in this situation. Each person being the prize, in the situation for something, but meanwhile, not realizing that person looked like they was home. Like, literally, this person looked like they was homeless. I went into the store with this person, and the restaurant looked like they thought I was bringing in a bum to eat. Like, and so I'm like, oh no, we got to change this, because the person didn't care about what they wore, like none of that. And I'm saying, you can't dress like that. Like, and technically I should have left you how I found you. And that's the thing. That's the biggest thing. At this point, I'm gonna leave you how I found you. So if I wouldn't date you normally and I gotta dress you up, I ain't gonna date you. That's it, that's all. Okay. I'm just not. Because I'm just not. I'd rather not be with you and build you. Because I'm with all y'all right now, and I'm building. I ain't gotta worry about nobody taking nobody away from me. I ain't gotta worry about, like, I just don't gotta worry about that. And although I know that when God brings me the person, I know I don't gotta worry about that. But at the end of the day, it is. And y'all remember, on y'all my tarot channel, y'all remember when I said we're not dating anybody. We are no longer dating anybody for potential. If the person is not what they are right then and there, would you take them? Like, if you are not willing, if you couldn't change the person, period, and you just had to take the person as they were, would you date them? Because if it's a no, and you looking like, oh, my dream person, oh, they look like this, and I could do this to him and that to him, you can be sad and sorry, and you're gonna blame yourself. You got nobody to blame but yourself. So if you won't date that person as what they are right now, why date them? I dated someone like that before, and my spirit wasn't comfortable. Yes, and you had to leave. Yes, my ex-man, he looked like a bum. All his exes looked like bums, and he too he had to buy a whole outfit just to go out with me because he didn't have anything. But I liked his personality. But guess what? If that man came with nothing, or that woman was gonna do nothing else other than what they are doing right now, would you date them? Because like I keep trying to tell y'all, it's a whole lot of men and women outside. Like, I live in Georgia, Atlanta, 20 minutes away. If I really needed a man or wanted a man or anything else, there's a whole lot of them laying out on the street. The same behavior that I just got from the person that, acted like they was something. If I go pick up a dude out on the street, guess what he gonna be? He gonna be more appreciative because at least I gave him a house, a home, the food, gave him a shower. Like, you see what I'm saying? But meanwhile, it's a well-dressed bum pretending to be a good person walking around here every day. Ain't nothing good about him. Nothing. And he can talk to God about it too, because God know I said it, and whatever. It's a lot of well-dressed bums walking around here. It's like, because the eyes, it's the fooling of the eyes. And again, I ain't judging, but the behavior is the behavior. I don't have to like your behavior. I don't like that behavior. It's a lot of fit bum-ass behavior. They look real good. But when you get that person, you're going to realize that spirit in there is nasty. They working on the inside, or they working on the outside, but not on the inside. I'm not doing this with folks anymore. Letitia, neither am I, honey, at all. No fixer uppers. Tell them again, not raising nobody. Yes, and you can't raise a man, or you can't raise a woman. Okay, so man or women, I'm not bashing on either one. I'm talking the same for both sexes, both issues. If you wanted a woman, because if it's a man in here, guess what? If you really wanted a woman that would appreciate you, it's some laying out on the street. Just because she don't have something, don't make her less than the well-dressed bum that's on Instagram showing every body part that they got to the world. But the mind says, oh, well, they're on the street, so they have to be less than some of them is the street, and right here, they just the street. Yes, this goes for everyone. LOL. Yes, no discrimination, none. So I'm not saying nothing. Owl Two Eyes commented. Stop banging the cards. What did it? Stop banging. What is this person saying? Stop banging the cards. I could not hear. Okay, well, let me tell you. Let me get you going, so then you ain't got to worry about it. You just go. Because I don't know who you talking to, but you need to talk to your mom, because I ain't it. See you, bye. Go with God. Literally. Hey, Natasha, y'all are outside the chat. Hey, Chandra. Hey, Nikki the Goddess. Yeah, I don't know who that was, but somebody told me they out here, they talking out of turn and some other stuff, and I'm trying to figure out, like, who you talking to? Get your mom to do it, because this ain't it, ma'am. That, yes, go with God, because not here, not today. We're not even inviting that type of energy around here. See what I'm saying? Monitoring spirits. They want to be in the business. They want to come over and see what's happening. Not realizing, go with God, not here. Take, you got to go on. We're not receiving that type of energy. You got to go. I don't like suits. who they killed to buy that. And he started talking. There's true satisfaction when we don't do our own building for ourselves. Hard lessons learned. I wouldn't go with anyone who don't do the work of building up. Well, guess what? It's some people that is built up and they still, like I said, so Carol, either one, to me, they feel like it's like having discernment on any one of them. Because again, look at some of the people, because I see them all the time. They, on Instagram, and they doing like I feel like it's inspirational. Excuse me. But again, I'm questioning, what are we selling? Because, so then that makes me wonder, are you using what you're saying, or are you just trying to get me with the eyes, the lust of the flesh? That's what it's making me wonder. So that's the part that I be trying to question. Because why you gotta take your shirt off to tell me that I need to be a better energy or whatever this is, or I'm over here. Why you need to be doing that? Y'all, I'm just coming all discombobulated over here. The people trying to harass me. See what I'm saying? But that's what I be wondering. I'm cracking up. That's what I'm saying. But you notice that be the thing. Like they be on, on some island or something. They be like, "Oh, I'm teaching you this or I'm learning you that." But why your shirt off? Because I can't hear nothing. I can't hear nothing while my eyes is active. You know what I'm saying? I can't hear you because my eyes is watching. That's a distraction. Yes, hard work, 7 on nice people's faces to get to success sometimes too. Hello. Good coffee conversation. I wish you all a very blessed day. Happy Thursday. Have a wonderful day. It's time to go to go blessings and peace. See you later, Carol. Letitia. See what I'm saying? Now, how am I hear you while I'm looking? It don't equal up. So I don't even know what you said because I was looking. So now I'm confused because I thought you were selling me something else. I was like, visually, I was buying. I don't know what you said. That's how you get you to ignore the fine. Hello, hello. And what I tell y'all, always read the fine print. The fine print is important. Okay. Cross your T's, dot your I's. That's how they keep trying to, slide that other stuff in. You was busy looking and not listening. Yes, you got to turn down the radio to see where you're going. Or when you got to back up. Everything got to get quiet. Like, everybody got to get quiet because I can't see what I'm doing right now. So I need y'all to be quiet. That's a real thing. Yes, yum nom. That's what I'm getting at. Thank you, Prestige Girl. Thank you for the blessing. But it's a fact. Like, y'all, how many times, like, what do you hear in that case? So now all I'm thinking is, are we going to the island? Because I don't know what you said. I know you were saying you was trying to tell me something, but all I saw was the island, the shirt off, the gray sweatpants. I'm not judging. I actually liked it, but I don't know what we was talking about. Yeah, you got to turn the radio down when you can't see, or when you lost. That's what she said. When you lost, you got to turn the radio down because you got to see where you going. I don't know why, but people do that. We do that. You see what I'm saying? So that's a thing. Benita. Now, why is that a thing that we all do? Because literally all your senses seem like they're all working together. So if one is off or something is happening, it's like the thing being a distraction. And so again, monitoring spirits coming to distract you. That was a monitoring spirit coming to distract me, trying to get me off the mission. Why are you here? You're trying to assert yourself in some situations that don't pertain to you. So let's get you going real quick. So then that way, you can go talk to your mom, about why you don't know how to act. It's a very simple solution to this. Everyone be quiet. I can't taste my sandwich. That exactly. It don't taste good while it's loud. You got to be able to savor the moment. And so the victory was they thought that they can, get me to talk to them. No, you go with God. And I keep telling y'all, that's the thing. People are trying to force you to talk to them. You don't got to talk to them. Don't invite that energy into your life. For what? Why are you doing that? I can easily put you on mute. I can keep it cute and put you on mute. You see, y'all saw how I did that? Go with God. I don't need that energy over here. This is not today. So y'all, the message was be mindful of monitoring spirits because somebody's trying to get y'all out of y'all character. Somebody's trying to, each one of them is different, but us being mindful and paying attention to why are they here? What is the monitoring spirit for? So that's the message. Hopefully it helped. I don't know if anybody have any questions that they want to. Can't hear you if I don't have on my. Yes, I can't hear if you don't got my glasses on. I've been saying this because girls sometimes. No, that's a real thing because literally that was the message today. Being mindful of all the monitoring spirits, all different kinds, and also putting the end to because some of them you can shut off. That's why I said some of them people on my Facebook that I know, I'm going to just shut them off. What you need to be here for? It's a thing. It's a thing that goes along with the program. I can watch y'all watching all my reels. You don't like my reel, but why my reels doing numbers over here? But meanwhile, I don't see none of y'all liking that. I don't see none of y'all sharing that. That means to me that it needs to be space for people who actually are supporters of me, people who want to see me, flourish and grow. And you trying to just sit here holding the space that's not going to help me at all, period. And that's the thing that God keeps putting in me. Thank you, Keita. I love you. That's the thing that God keeps. And Keita, because we come from the same place. So I'm sure the same thing is happening to you. They'll sit there, they'll watch all your stuff, won't make a comment. You wondering why your video's doing numbers and this, that, and the third. And meanwhile, these are people who's supposed to know you, supposed to like you, supposed to something, but not doing anything. They just holding space for you not to grow. That's it. So then they'll look at you like, again, when you get to a certain specific level in life and place, when you're elevated or whatever it is, your level of success is, and then they'll either be the person that tries to bring you down, the person that tries to talk about you to get some clout or something, or just basically, again, just no energy. Like, no, I don't need that. So that's when I just started making changes and people got to go. Yeah, I've been real skeptical about sharing lately. I've seen about 5 tarot readers with the message of keep your business to yourself. Listen, Alex, be mindful. Can I ask you a question? Yes. Be mindful that there's things that God will put in for you to tell. And so that's why I said you got to make sure that you're hearing. Because also the thing is this. Glorifying God. God gives you blessings, or God puts you in position for God to be glorified, right? And if you can't hear, you don't listen, then you're going to block the thing. You won't tell the people, okay, I got this from God, or God did this, or God did that. You covering that up, you blocking it. It's like gifts and talents. The people who expanded them, he gave them more. The people that hid them, he took them because you wasn't using them. So if something is done for you to glorify God and you don't say it, you just allow the enemy to hold you back from a situation, but somebody else needed to see that. And that's the thing. That's why I keep saying discernment is a must, because it's like the thing, as above, so below. So it's very much contradiction. Is very much, this is a test. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Okay. That's a real thing. You saw it yesterday, but literally in real life, we're going through a test. So the thing that God tells you to say out loud so people can see, because if anybody tries to come against it, guess what? You were told by God to display that. But if you count your eggs before they hatch, like say if you if you're buying a house or something, I wouldn't do it. You're not going to see my house or know that I'm buying a house until after the fact. If I'm in the midst of buying a car, I'm not putting it there. If I'm in the midst of going into my whatever it is, and when you're in the midst of it, I'm not telling you about it. I'm not going to do it. Right. And that's the thing. So you definitely, yeah, that's what I mean. So you know what I'm talking about then. Yes. All right. So yeah. So you know what I'm talking about then, Alex. It's good advice. Yes. It's definitely good advice to keep things to yourself, and everything don't need to be exposed. So that's just like when I even said about celebrities. Just because they become a celebrity don't mean that they now got to open their door up for all their business. They don't got to do that. They don't got to do that. Some things are meant to be told. Some things are meant to be held to themselves. They don't got to open up their door to all their private life just because, okay, I'm a fan of you. So what? Be a fan of yourself and mind your own business. Imagine that same Instagram filter pics on the back of the milk carton rip. Yum nom, I'm cracking up. I came in late, but I have so been feeling this. I've been seeing this because Letitia, listen, honey. It be real out here. It's real in the field, okay? Just know that. Hey, lovely, what are you going to say about balloons earlier? I missed that part of it. Balloons. Oh, it was the balloons kept showing up yesterday when I was talking when I was doing the meeting yesterday. Balloons kept showing up on the Facebook filter. I thought somebody was giving them to me, and I was steady saying thank you. And then you're never gonna find her. She's not real. Exactly. So then I ended up talking to Leanne yesterday, and then the balloons came up again. So I'm asking Leanne, I'm like, now nothing is a coincidence, as y'all know. So when stuff is starting to happen, so why is that happening? And we couldn't figure out for the life of me why the balloons kept coming up, right? So I said, okay, apparently there's a celebration, but the day before that, I called somebody and I was singing, "Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday," but it's not the person's birthday. It's not my birthday. Me and the person got the same exact birthday, okay? So I'm like, so the person holds up a paper that was at their house that said happy birthday. And I'm like, so the person said they didn't know why they had the paper, but they found it. And then I called and I'm singing that. So I'm like, okay, so what's the celebration? I don't know what the celebration is. So then I go check my email because I don't know why I just got let to go check my email. And it shows that I did a book. I did another book called I Don't Teach Tarot, because as y'all, every time we're in here talking or whatever, everybody keeps asking me, do I teach tarot? That was a thing. So I'm saying, no, I don't teach tarot. So I wrote the book called I Don't Teach Tarot, but the book itself was a blessing, and I was excited. I was excited because it had went active yesterday. But good morning, Miss Stash Box. I will definitely be following you back, and that's on my Twitch. So I Don't Teach Tarot should have been 3 years ago. Like literally, that was in the making 3 years ago. But something happened to the documents and I was going to do it on Patreon, but there was something that for some reason I lost the documents. They're on this computer somewhere. I can't find them. Okay. So literally there was a thing that kept being put into me. I don't teach tarot. I don't teach tarot. That got to be done. I don't teach tarot. That has to be done. So if y'all noticed lately, probably for the past week or so, or last week, it was last week that was happening. One day I didn't get on until real late, and I said I had something that I had to do. I couldn't get on until I finished that thing. So I got told that I had to finish it that day. It was the day of the full moon, actually. And I had to finish that thing. I couldn't do anything else until I finished that thing. But something was happening to the point where it wasn't formatted properly, and the book still is not formatted properly, but that's just the way it had to go, because literally it had to go, and the way it was being done, it was almost like it was a hindrance, something trying to stop me from putting it. And it's never taken me that long, and I just couldn't figure out how to format it properly. Like it just wasn't working. So everything I tried So literally it had me go page through page through page through page, and mine there's 100 and something pages. So I literally had to sit there all day to knock the pages down in order to get it right. But it's still not right. But anyway, by the end of the day, I got the book up. But mind you, the Kindle version was already up. The Kindle version should have already been up. Kindle version did not come up yet at all, period. So I don't know what happened with that yet. But the book itself, I ended up finding out that it was active yesterday. And I just cried. I ain't gonna lie, because literally that was something that I don't know what it is about that book. I don't know why it had to be done. I don't know, but something about it needed to be done, and now it's up. And so that's what the celebration was, from what I gather. I don't know, but and then it also gave me like somewhere in the past life. I don't know if that was, my birthday day or whatever the day was, but literally that assignment had to be completed and it got done. And something, did y'all just hear that? Because something just changed. Like I just heard a different frequency, like something just went down. Did y'all hear that? Good morning, Charlotte. Yum Nom said that's kind of creepy. They never gotta find at all. They're never gonna find them, because who is that? So that's what it was, Aaron. All right, y'all. So if anybody has any more questions, I thought somebody said they had a question, but I don't know. And I hope I gave y'all the message properly. But anyway, the message was no, but my dog made hold on, what happened? A noise at that time. Yeah, something just happened, because literally my ears just did a thing. And then it seemed like the frequency just went like this. And so now it sounds a little more quiet in here, like something, I don't know. But there's nothing running in here. That's the thing. So I don't know what that was, but something just happened. Someone dreams that they were getting married, and the male showed up at the wedding and says he forgot his suit. Is that something spiritual? So someone dreams that they were getting married. So does that mean that the wedding can't take place? Was that how it was going down? Yeah, I felt it too in my ears. Yes, Alex, it literally just, and I'm like, what is that? Okay, so we all experienced whatever that just was. Oh yeah, nice. It's my son's birthday Saturday. I went and got him helium balloons today, ready for Saturday. Yes, happy birthday. But Prestige Girl, to me, was that meaning that you can't get married because the suit, or is this person still in alignment to get married? Because to me, if I show up and it's a person that I want to be with, I don't care if I got a suit on, a dress on. If, like, again, it's at what cost. So if you really want to marry the person, I'm gonna show up how I'm gonna show up. We just gonna get married. We're gonna be outside. So that's the thing that I don't understand. But also, it could be a sign, like if something's going wrong, it's already letting you know that something's not right. But so it just depends on how it made you feel. So when I be interpreting dreams, for myself, I think of like how it makes me feel. Like I can take, for instance, March when I got in the accident, right? 3 days before I actually got in the accident, I had to dream about the accident. And so what happened was, mind you, I woke up and actually it's I talked about it on the channel. So what happened was, I was driving and somehow I ended up in the woods. And so when I woke up in my dream, so lucid dreaming at this time. So I woke up in my dream and I was sitting in the seat of the big truck still. And I knew I was alive because I could feel my body. My body was warm. But it was pitch black, so I knew I was in the trees. My whole front end of my big truck was mangled. It was tore up. For some reason, there was a light in front of me where I could see some people, but I couldn't make out like what they were. It looked like a spirit type thing. And behind me, I could hear people talking. Good morning, Jessica. So I knew I didn't die in the dream, but it was basically, and a week before that, I had a dream that my truck got, like, I got out, somebody got me to get out of my truck. And then all of a sudden as I'm talking to the people, somebody is driving my truck down the hill, and so it's just gone. So I kept having dreams that I was no longer about to be in that truck. So I already knew when it happened that it was about to happen. So when I wake up out of the dream, because I wanted to take the power away, I ended up calling somebody that I used to talk to at the time, and I told them, I said, I just had a dream that I got in an accident, and it was a really bad accident. I woke up in the woods, and I knew I wasn't dead because my body was warm and I could hear people, but it was pitch black. And so I said, the only reason why I'm telling you is because I'm taking away the power of it. And I kid you not, 3 days later, a person ran up, and so the back of the truck got mangled up this time in real life. And now I'm not doing the trucking anymore. So at this point, the dream was already predicting that I was not going to be in that area anymore, in that field anymore. So that happened to me. And you're welcome, Aaron. Alex said, yes, when I was a kid, my mom left my baby sister in the car and forgot her. My mom heard her clicking on the phone, thought it was my sister, went to go check on her. She couldn't find her. Jessica St. James, good morning. Good morning, Jessica. That's how she knew my sister was still in the car. Wow. Yes, the female got mad and left. Okay, so you just have to determine, how it made you feel, because to me, like, because I don't do that for anybody else, like dream recall or anything else. But to me, I always am mindful of the way it made me feel. And with me, I had to get that energy off, because I already knew that something was getting ready to happen with me in that industry and in that field, because I kept having dreams of it being gone. So that's what I'm asking. Did you still go through the wedding, the vows, or was it just stopped? Good morning, Miss Stashbox. I'm definitely going to follow you back. Prestige girl, are you still there? So depending upon how any dream makes you feel, is because there's another dream that I keep having, and it pertains to some snakes in a maze. And literally, I wasn't remembering that I was having the dream up until one day I was driving, and this was just recently. I didn't had the dream a few years back, a couple of times, and just recently is when I remembered that I had the dream and that I had it a couple of times. And for some reason, I'm at some big mansion or something, and they have like a garden, but it's like, how bushes are made to where it's like a maze that you can walk through. And for some reason, I'm walking through the garden, like having a, real good day. And then all of a sudden, there's snakes that just come out of nowhere, and they're coming out of the bushes and everywhere else. And then for some reason, I'm just standing there like, and then somebody comes in, it's a female for some reason. They come in, they grab my hand, and we start running out of the maze towards a car. So I don't know what that was, but it keeps being the same thing. And then I wake up. I don't ever feel like, even when the snakes are coming, for some reason, I never feel afraid. I just always am standing there. My daughter goes to Georgia State, and a couple of weeks ago, she dreamt an elevator dropped. The next day, the elevator in the dorm dropped a few levels. Listen, we got to start paying attention to our dreams, because they're trying to tell us stuff. And sometimes you having premonitions and things. And that's why I also tell y'all, good morning, Tricia. We can do that about monitoring spirits. What can we do about monitoring spirits? Be mindful, because people going to just be watching just to be watching. That's the thing. We can only change ourselves. We can't change the people. So some people you can get rid of, because some monitoring spirits are connected to you, and you should know that, okay, this friend is not really a friend. This is a person who keeps asking you questions. Okay, well, that would alarm me then, Prestige girl, if it's a stop. It's almost like a warning. Because if a person is forgetful of a situation or something that should be that important, then that would alarm me. But I tried to tell her, but she thinks her dream was just a coincidence. No, it's not a coincidence. It means that she actually is coming into some talents that she should pay attention to, because she'll start to realize that it's happening more often than not. And she probably is just now starting to remember them anyway, because a lot of people saying they can't remember the dreams. But meanwhile, certain times of the night, certain points of the night, you may even just wake up a little bit, and then you have to be mindful to say, okay, I'm going to remember that, because, you be tired. You don't want to get up and write it down. What are energy vampires? People that come to steal time, energy, or money. Those are the people, like that person that was just in the chat. They came and they don't want to be here. They want to kind of pull. They want me to give them some energy. Well, why are you here? So energy vampires are people who come along that basically are trying to get your attention. They want to gaslight you. Those are energy vampires too, because they feed off of that energy. So you got to be mindful, because everybody don't deserve your time or attention. And if it feels wrong, that right there, because people be energy harvesting too. It's like they get bigger off of your energy, or the negative energy, demons and that type of thing. The energy becomes bigger once they can feed on you. But as far as back to the monitoring spirits, there's nothing really you can do about it, except for start to acknowledge the fact of you're letting certain ones you're letting in, you're allowing in. Some are just, that's just what they're doing. That's my sister has the same talent, but I don't have the dreams. I just have really strong intuition. I was with a friend there and was knocking on the door. My body got ice cold. I told him don't open it. Yes, because you already know once you open that door and you invite something in across the threshold, I told y'all the other day, like what happened when somebody threatened me online, and I was trying to get the door. And so that's what I'm saying. And plus everything is in alignment, because literally the universe had already set it up, because I told you I was doing a TikTok, most expensive TikTok ever cost me before in my life, because literally I walked out the door and didn't realize the door was locked, got locked out the house. So couldn't get in. At least that was the one thing I realized. I was safe because I couldn't even get in my own house. So I had to walk all the way around back, go to the building. Luckily, there was a hammer in there. So I came around the front and I banged the door handle off. And so that's how I actually got in the house. And what happened was, because of the way that I knocked the door handle off, I couldn't open the door no more from the inside, outside of the house. So when the person threatened me online, I couldn't open the door when the cops came, because this was like a couple days later and I still hadn't fixed the door yet. I couldn't open the door. So I had to walk around through the garage and meet the cop outside. Thank God, because literally after I realized the person that was on the phone was saying, don't let him into your house. They instantly knew not to let the police in the house, because they said once they crossed the threshold, and I don't know how they knew that person was coming with that energy, but literally that officer that came didn't have good energy at all, period. And it looked like he was mad that I didn't let him in the house, but I couldn't let him in the house anyway. But for some reason, the universe had already set it up in alignment for me not to be able to open that door. I try to tell her, but what are energy vampires? Yes, my sister has the same talent. I read that the door he did anyway, and 3 guys came in with guns and robbed us. Yes, definitely a warning. Definitely, that's definitely a warning. How can I protect myself from these vampires? Is partner's ex who deals in the black arts and wants him to support her financially, and I'm in another country. For one, your partner who you with now, can you send me an email? I'm gonna just put my email in there, and then you just send me an email, and then I'll send you something. I'm going to put the email in there, so send me an email.
If you like stimulus checks, then pay attention. The state's got this new thing.
Pay attention. Okay, that's the email. Send me an email, and I'm gonna send you something. It talks all about that and what you can do. And it has instructions on some of the things that you can do. Huh, Letitia, me too. It's happening. All right, y'all. So we about to shut this thing down. And I will be seeing y'all either a little later on or tomorrow morning, either way. But I might be live again later. We'll see what happens. Jessica, what you need? If you need it too, just send me an email. I'll send it to you. I've been having a dream about a house since I was 3 years old. It looks like the house my mom bought 6 years ago. Have a great day. It's Friday. Friday Eve for you. Yeah, hello, you got that right. And you know Friday is my favorite day of the week. Alex, I would be a little bit alarmed only because if it's something that was meant for you and somebody else energy harvested a little bit, then that could also be the reason. Not unless that the thing that you were dreaming of was already for her. But so I don't know if it was for you or if it was for her, because you have to remember, being connected to certain people, they play in your energy. Hi. I'm actually live on YouTube. I told you I don't do the readings at all, period, unless you're in tier 3 over on my YouTube channel. So if you're not in my YouTube channel, go to my YouTube channel. And then you go into one of the tiers. And just so y'all know, y'all in the tiers, I'm going to start putting stuff back in there. I had to take a couple days because, as y'all know, we've been having the weirdest energy. And so I just didn't want to give y'all information that just wasn't right. I think it's for me. I think it's going to be mine one day. Okay. So they went through her to give it to her first. Okay. Okay, well, I love y'all, and I will be seeing y'all a little bit later on. And if you want to know what my tarot channel is, it's Spirit Light Worker 1111. I don't know how to put nothing in this chat over here, so I'm gonna figure it out. But I may be able to message you what my tarot channel is. But this is it right here, right here. Spirit Light Worker 1111 is my tarot. So if you want to go and go there, then that's where you can get it. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll be checking on y'all a little later.